Hi everyone, I'm back. Oh no, I forgot. Blah 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 blah. Oh, don't go away, don't go away, don't go away, don't go away. Okay, thank
Well,
you.
that's a start.
That's a fun start. I forgot that on my computer I have to have the Hangout open along with
Your topics.
my topics on like split screen. So that was almost bad. Hi everyone, welcome back. Just got back from Orlando. I don't even know when. I think it was Sunday.
Friday.
No,
It
Sunday.
was, I thought it was Friday because you talked to us the week before saying it was canceled and you had a layover.
I didn't have a layover. I didn't fly. I drove.
What do you call driving layover?
Called sleeping.
Sure.
I was tired. Anyway. Welcome back. We're live. I'm excited. I'm also exhausted and going on another trip. Not like a trip theme park wise. I'm going to a convention in Missouri. But I'm leaving tomorrow. Yay! That's why the podcast is tonight, not tomorrow. I can't vlog while I'm there. I can't do anything. I'm just literally working. But with me tonight, I have Will.
Hello, everyone.
And that's it. I'm just joking. And we have Alex.
Hi, I'm here and I'm ready to just debate.
We're not going to really debate.
True.
All right, so basically, this episode is going to be weird because all that I got news-wise is from Orlando because I was there for a week. So we're going to start with let's start with my thoughts of Jimmy Fallon. Oh, Jimmy Fallon.
Before we state further, though, please be aware that humor is a very subjective term in media and that we all have different opinions. So please keep that in mind as the attraction opens on April 6th.
Yes. Also, my thing is, and I'm not trying to be racist at all, but a lot of foreigners don't know how to use virtual line pass. The little reserve ticket times, yeah, no, they don't know how to use it. I literally, every single night that I went to Universal, which was actually, I think, every single night, I went possibly for like a little bit, except Thursday. I didn't go because we stayed at Magic Kingdom. Literally every single night on the bus ride there and the bus ride back, I talked to people, and I said, "Hey, have you guys ridden Fallon?" And they're like, "What's Fallon?" And some of them were tourists, but some of them were foreigners, but they spoke English. Which there was a lot of those this trip. I realized that, and I remember whenever I came back in June, I said like whenever I'm by myself in the parks or whenever I'm a single rider, I always talk to people online because it makes the time go by or faster. And I couldn't talk to anybody because everyone at that time was like foreign and didn't speak English. I was actually low-key kind of shocked. I'm still not trying to be racist, but Orlando is a tourist destination, and they bring in a lot of people from like other countries that don't speak English. But surprisingly, there was a lot of people that spoke English this trip. Maybe they just flocked to me, or maybe there was a lot more. Who knows? Anyway, moving on from that, because I feel like that came off a little racist. Didn't mean it to be at all.
Not entirely at all.
But every time that I talked to someone, I said, "Did you ride Fallon?" And they're like, either these were their three answers: "What's Jimmy Fallon?" or "What's Race to New York starring Jimmy Fallon?" "OMG, I didn't think it was open yet," or "Yeah, but they turned me away." And I said, "When did they turn you away?" And they said, "You had to get a pass earlier on in the day." I'm like, "Oh, you can get it at any time before like 4 o'clock. All you have to do is go on the Universal app and go to reserve time."
Or just do it on site at the Metropolitan Tribune.
Exactly, or just do it on site at the thing. And then I said, or you could just wait until like 5:30 and they open up the regular line and you can just write it. And they're like, oh, I didn't know that. I just thought they were being mean. I'm like, no, they're not. They're not there to be mean. They're just there to try and get you to like test out their new system. That's why they're in soft opening. So moving on from that, no one really understood how to do virtual line pass or whatever, virtual line queue or whatever the heck it's called. But
virtual queue.
yeah. But I thought it was a great system. I think it's going to work well, period, or comma, semicolon, whatever punctuation you want to put there, in the parks. And by the parks, I mean Universal Studios Florida and Islands of Adventure. We'll get to Volcano Bay later on in the show. Moving on to the pre-show, the first pre-show, which is the room with all the memorabilia. That's really cool. I like seeing all that stuff. I liked like just the atmosphere, the fact that they're wearing NBC like suits and stuff. It was really cool.
It's pagers, and I really like the fact that they stay true to what it kind of looks like in actual Rockefeller.
Yeah. One second. Someone texted me something. One of my friends texted me and said, dude, you're being so racist. I'm like, no, I'm not. Shut up.
And in terms of more information for those that are wondering about the memorabilia, it's primarily all memorabilia centered around previous hosts from NBC's The Night Show. That includes even Conan O'Brien, which is very shocking.
Not really. He was a pretty good host. But when your color is called, or when your color is shown up above, basically the lights will turn using, I guess, the Philips Hue or whatever that they do. They will turn color of what's on your little slip of paper, not slip of paper, but your plastic thing. So once your color is called, like my color most of the time was green. So my color was green, and I'm using that as an example. So my color was green. Green was called, and then you go up the stairs. And then you either can sit down at the couches and just chill out, charge your phone, take a chill, maybe take a little nap if you wanted to.
Play a game.
Play a game on the little tablets that they have, which I freaking rocked the matching game. And then Hashtag came next to me and tried to play, and he couldn't get his paws to work, and it was really actually funny. And then you can go into the stage room, which has performances from Hashtag the Panda and the Ragtime Gals. But also,
I'm kind of curious because how is it listening to them in person?
They are very talented.
Fair. I just was curious.
They are very, very talented. But I actually have a gripe about that section, which everyone's loving, and I love too. It was great. But there's an issue. It's not pulsed correctly. You need to have 30-minute 45-minute intervals where you have the Ragtime Gals for like 10, 12 minutes. Then you have clips for about 10, 12 minutes. You have Hashtag come out, dance for 5. Then you have clips again, and then you have Ragtime Gals. And then that's whenever your color is called. Because it's supposed to be, the entire experience is supposed to be 45 minutes, is what I was told.
Makes sense from what I've heard that was done previously in the past.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a 45-minute experience where you sit in the bottom room for like 10, be able to snap pictures, take a load off, try and cool down. And you walk upstairs, and you do all that stuff, and then you go into the ride because the ride's only like 7 minutes long.
That's kind of pre-show, right?
Oh, we'll get to that.
So it's about 10 to 15 minutes for the first floor.
Yeah.
Then it's about, I'd probably say
30.
20, because you said a 45-minute experience at 20, 25 for Ragtime Gals and Hashtag, and that's depending on your luck. And then after that, you go into one of the two theaters, which, as of today, from what it seems, both theaters are fully operational.
Yes, as of today, both theaters are fully operational. But
and then there's like
what I'm getting at. My point is, you walk through, you give them your card, which if they sold these cards in the shop, I would buy all of them. Then you go into a queue, which is hysterical. I laughed whenever I saw it. You go into a queue and get your racing goggles, and then you go up to an NBC attendant, which is a team member, and you tell them how many's in your party, just like normal. Then you get in lines like you do for Despicable Me. And whenever I saw that line set up in person, I'm like, oh no, it's going to suck like Despicable Me. It's going to be terrible. And then I sat in row 2 the first time I wrote it, basically to all the way towards the end. And then I watched the precautions go, the rap that everyone is raving about. It's really good. I love it. I watched it 5 times. Yes, I wrote Fallon 5 times. And I actually recorded it on my phone so I can learn the rap. It's so clever.
I have to admit, out of any of the usages I've heard of Fallon, either from audio from like Darth Vader or video, it's amazingly creative and witty, and I love the fact that they did that in a way that was true to Tonight Show as it is now.
Exactly. Moving on to, I would say, the worst part of the attraction, or the worst part of the experience, the loading. So after you go through the precautions, they immediately open the bay doors, or the doors. They're not bay doors, but the doors to put you in. Then you go down the thing into the stadium seats, which they're somewhat uncomfortable. I will say that. They are uncomfortable seats.
And to be as a heads up, they use the same ride system as from Europe in the Air from Busch Gardens, Williamsburg.
I don't know if that's true. I've never been on Europe in the Air, but there's some secrets that not many people know about Jimmy Fallon, and I will tell you in a second. But there's an issue with loading on this ride. Universal shot themselves in the foot, and they put seatbelts in here. So you have to tug on the yellow strap, and everyone's fumbling and trying to find where the yellow strap is. And no one knows to pull on the yellow strap because on all the other rides, you get checked by an attendant. So it takes, for me, I timed it one time. It took me 10 minutes to load. And then the ride to start. One time it took me 7 minutes. So it's getting better. That's why in technical rehearsals. But still, it's a long time in loading. But whenever the ride film begins, the platform that you sit on with the passengers on it doesn't go up. It stays where it's at, but the where you walk in and walk out, you know what I'm talking about, Alex?
Yeah, and that the like pathways to get and leave raise up.
No, they go down.
Oh, because I thought
and your car just stays normal, and you just move. That's all you do. If you watch Tim's video recently, I don't know where it's at.
It should be from a couple days ago.
A couple days ago, he wrote Fallon, and he said, "Oh, and I watched from the end that the parts where you enter and exit go down." I'm like, "Cool." So I was right. And then you return your glasses, and apparently they have a chip in all the glasses now, where if you remove them from the ride building, an alarm will go off, and they will come and find you and take the glasses, and probably take you to Universal jail. Which hopefully is not riding Shrek 4D 15 times.
Or seen Sir Whip over 100 times. And if you don't know that reference, shame on you. Either way, though, how's the attraction like, though? Because I've heard very mixed results.
It's a good ride if you like Jimmy Fallon.
Now, my question is to you, Travis, about Jimmy Fallon.
I've been Jimmy Fallon. I haven't missed an episode.
Does it live up to the name, the future of theme park attractions?
No.
Okay.
To be honest. Whenever I think of future of theme park attractions, I think Green Dots. I think Forbidden Journey. I think...
And I agree. Fallon is not supposed to be the be-all, end-all of attractions. Its queue system is, but not the ride. And I'm curious about the future of Universal and how they handle queues from now on, if they go a similar direction to what we see here with Fallon, or not a direction at all.
The ride film is very CGI.
And I've heard some of the best CGI on property, right?
No.
Really? That's a first.
I'll tell you the best CGI on property. It's freaking Forbidden Journey.
Because I've heard everything from everyone that has ridden the attraction. They all say the CGI is the best part.
No. Hashtag the panda is the best part.
Yeah, and that's... I get why. Everyone has their own specific brand of humor, and even some people from Tonight Show that watch it, they don't like the ride because it's not
even the CGI. It's just they could have tried a little harder.
How so? Just like in the humor?
No, it's not even the humor. It's just like they could have made it look like New York City, or at least attempted to film actual scenes like they do for Soarin'.
I think that's a more problematic situation as opposed to doing it. Because from what I've seen in videos, it does look good. And I'm not discrediting them by any means. And I personally think...
No one's released ride footage.
There has been some leaked footage around.
Yep.
And
well, here... Breaking news, I'm going to leak some footage right now, and I'm just going to go through the ride. So it starts out, you're in the studio, and Higgins is like, let's get ready for the race through New York, and blah, blah, blah. Jimmy comes out, and he starts to cheat.
By the way, spoiler alert.
No, there's no spoiler alert for this. No one cares. It makes this thing makes no sense. So
there are people that are excited for the attraction, and I would say there are spoilers.
I'm going to close my eyes during this. So you go out, because I'm trying to, like, remember. You go out and you take a left and you do a bunch of cool stuff. And then you see Jimmy in tight pants. And then you see hashtag the panda. And then you get spun out and then you go down into this into New York City. And then you look around and it's a really big screen. So it's really cool. You look around, you see a bunch of stuff, and you get hit by a taxi. And then you have to swerve and you get into the lead under the Hard Rock sign. And then you go down the subway, and then you see Ragtime Gals, which makes no freaking sense. Why would Ragtime Gals be in the freaking subway? Moving on. Then you go onto the subway track, and then you hit Jimmy, and then you go forward, and then you see a train coming, and Jimmy like dives off and does something else. And then we get hit by the train. We go backwards. The guy on the train looks very familiar. I don't know who he was, but yeah. And then you like pull off from the train, and then you go up. There's New Yorkers saying, "Hey, I'm working here," like that. And then you go up, and then you see Jimmy with a bunch of pizza at a place called Jimmy's Pizza, which is really funny. And then you see Sarah, which is Sara, and her weird stepdad Gary, and which that's probably the most annoying part of the entire like ride is the whole L statement. Like that's just like they you get out of the subway and she says, "L, you guys almost ran over my bag of or my box of puppies or whatever." I don't freaking care. And then he engages the night flyer and you fly up in the air and then he throws a pizza, you eat it, smells like pizza, and then all the other pizzas get hit, so it's kind of like a thing. And he said, "What else cool can we do in 3D?" He's like, "Oh, a t-shirt cannon." And he starts burning out t-shirts, which aren't real because Universal's not that cool and would not give out 2 free t-shirts to crowd members, which would be awesome. I would love to get free t-shirts on a ride.
I do love the fact that it's a little bit meta there.
Yeah, I know. And then you're flying through, and then you're going by the Statue of Liberty, and he starts singing the song "New York, New York."
You forgot the Jaws reference.
There's a Jaws reference.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shark.
Oh yeah, shark. I'm sorry, my bad. You go down into the East River. I forget that part because it's stupid and it looks really fake. You go down into the East River. Water's kind of trickling from the ceiling. It's kind of cool. And then you see a shark. Ah, Jaws. I didn't even notice that was a Jaws reference. So if they were doing that, it didn't work for me. And then you go up and then you start spreading the news. I'm winning the race. And then he hits the Statue of Liberty and you go through some fireworks. And then you go up to the Empire State Building where there's a 300-foot hashtag the panda. Kong. I got that reference, though. That one was funny. And then he grabs you just like big baby Lisa did.
Maggie.
What?
Maggie. Yeah, Maggie in the
Maggie, not Lisa.
Maggie does on Simpsons. Throws you up to the moon, and the moon says "Race Through New York" starring Jimmy Fallon. I'm surprised it didn't have a freaking NBC logo on it. Anyway, when you go up to the thing, and then you see Jimmy Fallon come next to you, he says, "Oh, it's the Roots, the first band to play in space. That's cool." And then he turns around and he starts floating, and he says, "Roots, can I get some thank you note music?" And then he starts writing a thank you note. And he says, "Thank you, Gravity, or thank you, the moon, for allowing something like moon dust." And it was stupid. And then he kicks us to go to his Tonight Rider, and then the thank you note's flipping in the air, and then you can't really see what's on the tonight or the note, and then you hit gravity on the moon for some weird reason, and you go on the space something, can't remember what it's called, and then when completed, it's the largest roller coaster from the moon to the space, or the only roller coaster from the moon to the space, actually. And he said, when completed. So you go up and then you go down. It's just like a really cool effect and all that stuff. So that happens. And then he opens the warp portal, or the hypertube, I think that's what it's called. And then you go through, and then you're going through the offices. And it's really close neck and neck. And then you hit Jimmy. He spins out. And then you win the race. And then he flips over. Kind of looks like he dies, but he doesn't die, obviously, because it's a kids-based attraction. And then Jimmy Fallon says, "Oh, you won. I knew you would. I let you win." Blah, 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 blah. And then some guys take the freaking Tonight Rider to the back or whatever, and he says, "Well, come see me again next time." And then he turns around and his back's on fire, and he's like, "Do you guys smell something burning?" And then the ride's over.
I'm going to say this, and I've actually heard
I just did that in like 5 minutes. Go me.
Fallon is going to be a very touchy attraction for everyone, and I do believe that's going to be fascinating. Don't be surprised if there's an alternative result if the attraction is not a success, which I highly doubt it, because there's a lot of people, from what I'm hearing, the general guest satisfaction is high, like ridiculously high for this attraction. So there are people that do enjoy the Tonight Show, and there are people that do like this ride. That being said, could this be as much of a lucrative attraction as Sounds Dangerous, which is a old Hollywood Studios attraction that had Drew Carey?
Yeah.
It's not possible, and it wouldn't be much of a shock that they have backup already in plan. So if any controversial happenings with Fallon occur, they have an instant replacement. They can have it there in less than a few months.
I don't think they'll replace it. If they replace it, they replace it with the host.
But that's if they do that. And I do agree. There'll probably be an update when the new host comes around, and I'm willing to bet that's the first thing they do.
Yeah.
Well, Fallon does last year. The new host will do work on the attraction, bring his own humor in, and work with the visual team involved. Make sure that's at least similar but different in the ride film, but same in the profile. That being said, though, what would you rank these, like the attraction overall?
Okay, so I need you to ask me re-ask me that question.
What would you rank the attraction overall?
Again, Alex, you're not understanding. Rephrase.
What is your overall ranking of the attraction?
Are you asking where you're sitting and writing, or the entire thing overall?
The entire thing overall.
8 out of 10.
Okay.
Please ask the ride only.
I was asking about like the entire thing overall.
But I'm
asking from the beginning
asking you to ride ask me to rate the ride in general.
Okay, the ride in general.
2.
Okay. Now, the entire experience.
8. Actually, 9. Hashtag helps.
The hell?
I don't know.
I know he's mute.
But literally, hashtag was my life. I swear it was the same person playing hashtag the entire time, because I said, hey, hashtag, and hashtag went like, oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing, but he went, hey, I know you. Ah, give me a hug. And I took many pictures with hashtag. So, yeah. So after that rant about Jimmy Fallon, let's talk about actually, let's talk about City Walk. Apparently, there's going to be another revitalization of a redevelopment of City Walk in the next few years.
Are you talking about what we talked about a few weeks back?
I don't think so.
Because Alicia Stella, a great source of information, I would say. If you're talking about the article that Ken posted, that's been out before. And that's
Yes,
from
it
Alicia.
was. It's the one that Ken posted, but I haven't talked about this before.
We have on the episode.
No, I haven't. I don't remember talking about this.
Because I know I brought it up as a topic at some point.
Yeah, it was just not Ken, because I remember talking about SNL Lounge and a German beer hall. I remember. Okay, cool. You want to talk about that? Yay! Hopefully In-N-Out does come, by the way.
I would actually say look towards something more original. Like what Deluxe is.
Yeah.
It's the cheaper route, and it's not going up on a level that I think would be kind of hard considering In-N-Out. That being said,
let's talk about Pandora.
Sex with their tails!
It's not even that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I don't want it to happen.
Talk.
I don't want it to happen.
Why not?
It's not a... I just don't want it to happen.
I wouldn't either, but what we're getting.
Doesn't make sense. Well, it makes sense in the land. Or in the park, because the park...
How does it make sense?
The park, it's based off of conservation, yes, it makes sense, but it's an adult property. They literally have sex with their tails.
Star Wars is technically a adult property, but that's still happening.
But Star Wars also has kid elements to it because they have Rebels and they have Clone Wars.
Well, I would agree.
They're not gonna make a Disney XD show based off of the world of Avatar.
Oh God,
If they
no,
do,
that
I will.
wouldn't-
If they do, I'm giving everybody $50.
You sure about that?
Yes.
All right then. Personally speaking,
And
no.
then I'll beat some execs up. Also.
Wait, the hell?
What?
Breaking news.
What?
Shanghai Disneyland has introduced Premier Access, which is essentially Universal Express in front of the line. I'm not kidding. This actually just happened.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. And it's nearly half of the park, too.
Really?
Yeah. The Premier Access is available. Anytime access to most of the popular attractions with this new pass, and the attractions include Soaring Over the Horizon, Roaring Rapids, Tron, Buzz Lightyear, Seven Dwarfs, The Main Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, and Peter Pan's Flight. Dear God in heaven.
Okay, I don't care about Shanghai. I'm never gonna go, so it's not.
But no, sincerely. This is the first. That being said, Pandora?
Yeah, Pandora. So I don't even know where to start.
You want to talk about the misuse, like the cock piece that is Flight of Passage?
It's not even like that. It's just like this area would have made a lot more sense if they released more movies. Because apparently
The sequel got delayed again.
yeah, I know. Apparently a lot of the stuff that's going to happen in the world, let alone Flight of Passage and the Navi River Journey, is stuff that's going to happen between 3 and 5. So nothing happening in 2, 3 and 5. So I'm like, oh,
Oh, would you look at that? Massive spoiler.
yeah. So it's like, oh, so if I go, I don't have to waste money seeing 3 through 5. Cool. Apparently,
Yes.
they are the seats that are like being used for the Banshee ride are like Tron Light Cycle.
I've heard more akin to Mission Space.
No, it's Tron Light Cycle. You're sitting up. You're literally sitting up and just like it's going to be a combination of both. The seats are going to be like that, but the screen's going to pull up.
And that's actually something that's kind of ticked me off.
Yeah.
Because there was that test seat not long ago, and dear God, that actually looked pretty good. Yes, it would have been a capacity nightmare, but at least would have done the authenticity. I don't know. I don't like Pandora in terms of logistics, and I think it'll be a bomb financially for the park.
Yeah.
Which we've debated about that a few times, and I just can't see a property that's been dated for years be this successful.
Also, let's talk about food. Do you guys like food?
Yeah, but not Pandora's.
Let's talk about food. Shall we? Sorry, I'm getting rid of stuff.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm sure that's more enjoyable than food in Pandora.
Yeah. Okay, so food in Pandora. There are going to be 2 main food stops in Pandora. The Satuli Canteen, which is the main restaurant area with an outdoor drink shop called Pongu Pongu. At Pongu Pongu, guests can sample the Pandorian version of lumpia, a sweet rolled, and Disney's Dole Whip addicts will enjoy. It's probably not going to be good. Pineapple and cream cheese. Yuck.
Even the beer, like, and I'm not legal enough to drink it, but dear God, the beers sound awful.
On the beverage side, you'll catch a view of a new frozen multi-neon colored creation that actually glows in the dark. Alongside that brightly colored beverage, rumored to be coming in an alcoholic version for adults, they also show the Navi blueberry cheesecake dessert, which everyone assumes will be available at the canteen. It sure doesn't look anything like your typical cheesecake. It looks more like a gelatinous egg yolk dropped onto another gelatinous navy blue sparkly sphere of goo, topped with a kiss of whipped cream. That's exactly what I'm reading, and I'm going to be honest, I'm reading that from Screamscape. I wanted to read that word for word because it's really hysterical. Also, they're going to have exclusive items at Pongu Pongu. Not talking about it yet, but people think that they're going to have parties because Pongu Pongu, apparently in the fake language of Navi, means party party. So I'm guessing just a Navi dance party where they swing their tails around. There's going to be vegetarian options and healthy dishes along with specialty libations.
Okay, what is that?
Libations? That's alcohol.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So let's talk about Cirque du Soleil. It's closing. Okay, we talked about Cirque du Soleil.
Wait, I want to talk about just like the food because
Cool. I thought you said you wanted to talk about Cirque du Soleil. I'm like, no, please, no.
no, I don't want to talk about Cirque du Soleil. God help me if I do.
I
But
just had to mention it. Rest in peace, Vine.
But I will say this. I'm not particularly fond of the choice they went into aesthetically doing it. Because quite frankly, it looks disgusting. And I know it's just judging it from pictures, but come on, pictures do say a lot of things. And while I am excited to see it on a dramatic side, because I do think it looks absolutely stunning and gorgeous, that's not things that can save you. And I'm hoping that even with the dismal capacity of the Pandora River Journey, which seems to be like a 6-car capacity, that it's at least good. It doesn't have to be great, and it doesn't have to be the best. And I'm worried that it's going to be a financial blow for Disney that's going to affect future editions outside of Star Wars Land.
Yeah. All right. So before we go on to Universal again, Will, do you have anything?
No, but I do have thoughts on Avatar Land.
That's what I'm asking. But okay, cool.
Sorry. Like Alex said, it's gonna blow up. It's gonna blow right in Disney.
Whoa. We don't wish bombs on Avatar again.
Yeah, that would ruin the nature element of the film.
But yeah, it's gonna suck majorly, just like Nintendo Land.
Remember that, sir. How did I die?
You're still playing Zelda?
Yeah.
First world struggles.
First world struggles. Anyway, let's talk about Studios Japan and their Harry Potter themed nighttime spectacular. Alex, I'm gonna let you take this one.
Okay. So University of Japan has officially announced a brand new nighttime adventure show, which will be taking over the Black Lake and the Hogwarts Castle. It'd be projected very similarly to what University of Hollywood did at the opening ceremony of Wizarding World Harry Potter and Hogsmeade. And as far as I've heard, this is coming to Japan first, but do keep an eye out for the other parks in the near future. Orlando's been planning something, and Hollywood has scaffolding on a Hogwarts Castle.
Oh wow, really?
It's personally speaking, Japan gets the cool stuff first.
Mm-hmm. Hell, I like their Despicable Me land better than ours.
We don't have a Despicable Me land.
Yeah, you guys don't. We do in Hollywood. And personally speaking, I think still Hollywood has the better land in terms of aesthetic design from what it looks. Because it's a little bit more large and massive, and it's not particularly exposing the show building. But Japan does have a good track record of exposing it.
Yeah.
That being said, though, I am curious about the performance of the show, and I'm excited to see what happens with Hollywood and Orlando in the coming months. And should I talk about one of the things that I'm talking about for tonight?
Sure. Just do your 2 topics, and then we'll go and talk about Volcano Bay.
Okay. So first off, when it comes to Universal, we're going to talk about 2 topics for Universal Orlando Resort. Keeping on track with Potter, Richard Bilbilo from the Orlando Business Journal has recently brought out a large rumor of Dragon Challenge, the B&M inverted roller coaster, closing. These rumors have circulated before in the past from sites like Parkscope, but this is one of the first times where it's a major source like the Orlando Business Journal. And from what it sounds like, it will be a indoor-outdoor dark ride, pseudo outdoor dark ride, and that it's potentially, from what the rumors suggest, not going to be a screen-based attraction, much like how Kong and Jimmy Fallon and Fast and Furious are. As it is right now, it is mainly a rumor, but he does say in the rumor itself to expect it possibly by 2020, and that's the same year that Super Nintendo World is rumored to be open. I would not see that happening in terms of the timeline, and I'm going to turn this to Travis first. What do you think of Dragon Challenge potentially hitting the Buffalo?
I want it to go away. It's too rickety.
I would think it's lost a lot of its charm.
It doesn't duel anymore. It's worthless.
And it's lost its old theming ever since Hogsmeade opened. It's been a shell of its former self ever since Hogsmeade opened.
Exactly.
So, and I get why some people want to keep it. It was a great room, like inverted coaster, and it was the first of its kind. But with a potential practical attraction coming into Islands of Adventure, after screen attractions to Fast and Furious and Fallon, I think that'd be the better option as opposed to keeping the same attraction as it is. Will, what do you think of the Dragon Challenge rumors?
It shouldn't go away.
How so? I'm kind of curious.
Well, I just don't know. I mean, I don't want another Harry Potter ride. I mean, we've got plenty. We've got enough of Harry Potter rides. We got Gringotts, Hippogriff.
Wouldn't that be just like replacing a Harry Potter ride with a Harry Potter ride?
I mean, yeah. But I mean, they shouldn't get rid of Dragon Challenge. They shouldn't.
And why is that? I'm actually kind of curious.
I don't really have any like explanation. Like they just shouldn't get rid of it.
While I would get your reasoning to why, and I do believe that Dragon Challenge, if it was treated better, could have stayed. But I do believe that it has a very short time frame in the world. And that I do believe that it's probably going to be replaced in the near future. Now, will it be as by the end of the year? Possibly, but it's still rumor, and we should always treat it as that until we see permits or hear more concrete rumors. And as once again, this is mainly a rumor, but that's all there is to it. Unlike the next topic we have, which, Travis, did you hear about the code name before?
Yeah.
Ride Spill, which is Universal's code name for their 7th hotel. Potentially 7 and 8, if you want to think about it on a different level. Drying Team would be a brand new hotel or hotels that would have 4,000 rooms, nearly clocking the resort capacity for hotels at about 10,000, which would make their goal of 10 to 15,000 that much closer, and pretty much there at this point. No real rumors have been set, but it'll be located on the When Wild parking lot and When Wild itself. There are some people thinking that it'll be replaced not just by a hotel, but other options. But that's really all until we start seeing more and hearing more. So that being said, Travis, what do you think of Universal upgrading their hotel capacity?
It's good. Yes.
Well,
This is gonna be Universal's second what do you call it? Modern? No, not modern. What did they call Cabana Bay?
Value.
Value hotel.
value.
Isn't that what's going to be the 7th hotel, a value hotel, or is that going to be Ventura?
I don't think.
Ventura is a value.
Yeah, I think so too. I could be wrong about that, but if it's just one hotel, that would be a huge thing for Universal,
But
as one of the largest in the world.
We're gonna get 2 is what we're hearing.
Probably at this point.
I can't wait to see what I personally can't wait for the theme, because when I first heard about Cabana Bay's theme, I immediately fell in love with it. So I can't wait to see the theme of the 1 or 2 new hotels.
Odds are, and I'm just going by sheer looks, I personally think the one on the parking lot and some of the flatbeds of grass will be a value hotel. It's the perfect size for something like a Cabana. When Wild property, I do think it probably could be a moderate, but I think that's really depending on what they offer. That being said, that's all I really have. And the only real thing I would say left is keep an eye on Universal Orlando in the next few years to come. A lot of projects are going to move forward, and it'll be very fascinating to see what happens.
Also, don't play Legend of Zelda. It's hard. So let's talk about Volcano Bay. And I told Alex and Will something before the podcast. I'm not bringing that up because I was told by someone that I'm not supposed to really tell many people, so I'm not going to bring it up. What I am going to say, and this is the only thing I have about Volcano Bay. Without giving away a lot, it looks small. People, if they have issues with FastPass Plus or virtual line system with Fallon, they're going to have issues with Tapu Tapu. Um, what else can I say?
Honestly, and I see this actually a lot of people are criticizing the volcano.
The volcano is a huge eyesore.
I am personally in the belief right now, and this is where I'm standing. Wait until it is open. Wait until everything is done with that park in terms of landscaping, because that would be the more key situation. Yes, it's not going to look pleasant from afar, but up close, I think it'll be a different view, especially in the water park itself. I get why, and considering that the park itself, and I'm viewing Google Earth right now, just to make sure if I'm not mistaken, I think it'll be about 25 to 30 acres. And I'm just looking right now just for a double check. But, Will, what do you think of Volcanic Bay?
I'm personally excited for it, and again, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I'm personally excited for it. And when I go back down, I cannot wait to see it when it's fully done. And I also cannot wait to do the. I think they're doing the virtual line thing for the lines and the water
Volcanic
slides
Bay.
and tap. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Okay, in terms of acreage, and I just did like a rough estimate, it's about 32 acres, give or take.
that's it.
Which actually is rather big considering that When Wild's actually smaller. Which, and I'm not even going to count the lake. Because that's something else that's actually theirs in a way, a little bit of it. So all in all, I would say about When Wild being about 14 acres. When Wild is about 14 acres. That's not counting the lake. And I think other parks in Orlando are, like water parks in Orlando are a little bit larger, but it's not by much. Why do you think, like Travis, what do you think of Tapu Tapu itself?
Ugh.
I'm going to look at Aquatica.
It's
It's an eyesore.
Why do you think it's an eyesore? Because I'm actually kind of curious.
just too big. Oh, I found a Korok. Cool.
Yeah, but it's gonna bring in money for Universal
It'll be an eyesore right now, but
from I-4. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I-4 eyesore.
Aquatic is about 22 acres,
Wow.
which is bigger than When Wild. So that's still nothing to laugh about. And I will say this much. Give them the benefit of the doubt. And I do believe that Universal will probably do something. It's not going to look good right now, and I do think you'll see it look better with time. But it's right now just with time that will be the essence.
Everything looks better with time.
I'm doing a estimate for Blizzard. Do you want me to include the retention pond?
Sure.
You okay?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. I was just looking at something.
All right.
I accidentally pressed A, and now I'm in a conversation in the game that I don't want.
Okay. So Blizzard Beach is a bit bigger. Okay, what's with that sound?
What sound?
I keep hearing like a big sound, like it's loud. I don't know what it is.
Oh, it's probably the Switch.
No, that makes sense. Without the retention pod, Blizzard Beach is about, and I'm saying without the parking, 36 acres. Is it that?
It's huge.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like both are small. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Typhoon is a little bit more than that, maybe a little bit smaller.
It's a little bigger. Typhoon's the bigger park. I'm pretty sure.
And I'm going to use some of the grassland a part of it. Actually, no, it's smaller.
Is it?
Yeah, without the parking, it's smaller.
Wow, that's surprising.
And I'm not counting Universal's parking because it's using trams.
Yeah. It will never have its own parking spot.
Yeah, and I see a lot of people complaining about that, of the parking being overpriced. And while I get it, there'll be on-site transportation, and there'll be off-site transportation directly to and from Volcano Bay. So it's not like it's really wise to complain about, especially if you're staying on site. You're really concentrated to Zelda, aren't you?
Sorry, I just finished a shrine. Oh God, that took the entire podcast so far.
The struggle is real, isn't it?
This game is so freaking hard.
But is it satisfying? That's a real question today.
Depends.
Then that's actually a really good response. Actually, I gotta ask you this, Travis. Has your opinion swayed a little bit ever since you have gone and switched? Now, I'm just curious, out of morbid curiosity.
Of what?
Just Nintendo in general.
Of Nintendo in general? No. I still hate Nintendo.
Really?
Yes.
Why did you get the Switch?
Because it's revolutionary.
Did you just say you hate it?
I didn't say I hated the Switch. I just hate Nintendo as a corporation. I don't think they should be in theme parks.
Thank you, Travis.
I don't.
Honestly, I just had to ask that because I was like morbidly curious of your opinion since playing.
Oh man, I died again. Anyway,
Well,
let's finish this up by talking about the food that you might have at Volcano Bay.
in other words, food actually looks good.
Yes, it does. Actually, it's legit real food.
Albeit some of it looks like it's for counter service too, but it's still looking actually rather good.
Yeah. So I'm kind of just gonna read most of this from the
They have full menus on the Universal Orlando website if anyone needs that.
do they?
Yeah.
Where?
They have it directly on links. So you see in the article of Just Reveal. So there are like little moments on the actually, wait. I'll be damned, they don't have that anymore. They did before on the blog.
Yeah, they don't have it. So I'm basically just gonna read what it says. Their award-winning culinary team, blah 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 blah. They have at least 60 delicious options to choose from with snacks and entrees and desserts. You can try a Poke Bowl or a Poke Bowl, depending on how you say it. Mango barbecue pulled pork sandwich or island chicken salad. For grown-ups, they have alcohol. No duh. They have slowly smoked glazed Hawaiian ribs with bonatino mash and sweet plantains. Coconut curry chicken made with braised chicken. Green coconut curry sauce. White rice, coconut, and cilantro with sweet plantains. I'm pretty sure that everything's going to be with side of plantains. Specialty burgers, those are going to happen. They're going to have 4 dining locations in the entire park. There might be more. I don't know.
there will also be 2 bars, like dining, like
Okay.
drinking locations. Okay. On the Universal,
I'm going to pronounce these places because everyone else, I'm pretty sure, will mispronounce them. So it's.
Can I pronounce one of them?
You can try.
Koa Reef Restaurant and Social Club.
Yes, Kohala. Yeah, that's the right one. So one of
them. Sorry.
One of them's called Bamboo.
Bamboo.
One of them's called the Feasting Frog, which that's an easy one. And Waka Wai.
Waka Wai.
Yeah, it's Waka Wai. Why would you call something that? Waka Wai eats, but they also have a part in the park called Runamucka Reef. So,
Waka Waka.
Waka Waka. Oh, I didn't even think of that. It'd be funny if they called it Waka Waka Eats.
That would have been funnier.
Okay, so they're gonna have chicken fingers, hamburgers, and pizzas. Duh. And there's gonna be a Volcano Bay Universal Dining Plan.
Oh, Waka Waka.
Would you like me to go through the menus of all the dining options? I have it on the Universal site.
Can you send it to me?
Yeah, but do you mind if I help out on the Social Club?
Yes.
All right, then.
Oh, Waka Waka.
I've done this for Toothsome. I've done this for NBC. I've done this for every new restaurant since I started the podcast. I read literally everything on the freaking menu.
All right, now let me at least do Koala, okay?
Okay, you can do Kohala. So send it to me.
It's on the messaging for Twitter.
Cool. I see it.
Okay. And then just go through, actually, wait, never mind. Let me turn it a little back. Here is a proper link to all the Volcano Bay dining, and I will go over through the Social Club.
And Hawaii.
And just press the dining. Okay. The Koala, and I butchered it like hell, but I don't care. The Social Club itself, they offer barbecue with Hawaiian ribs, smoked glazed chicken ribs combo, and a pulled pork sandwich. In terms of burgers, there's a regular cheeseburger on a king Hawaiian roll, served with fries, a Rekka burger with pepper jack cheese, bacon, and caramelized onions, topped with bread and bar pickles and barbecue sauce on a king's Hawaiian roll, served with fries, a koala burger with crispy fried onions and pickled jalapenos, topped with fresh slaw, avocado mayo on a king Hawaiian roll, served with fries, belly burger, a zucchini glazed pork belly and caramelized onions, topped with fresh cucumber, basil, slaw, lettuce, and tomato, served with fries, of course. A Kona edamame burger, topped with roasted.
Do you need help?
No. I'm just trying to save without laughing hard.
Edamame burger.
Topped with roasted shiitake
mushrooms.
Shiitake, not
lettuce, tomato, and sriracha mayo served with fries. Moving on to chicken and seafood. You have coconut curry chicken, which is braised chicken in a green coconut curry sauce with white rice, coconut, and cilantro served with sweet plantains. And then they have a Kohala chicken sandwich, which is tandoori marinated chicken, cucumber basil slaw, lettuce, tomato, and avocado, fresh avocado, mayo on a toasted King's Hawaiian roll, served with fries. This is the one that I think Alex wanted to read.
Which one?
The jerked mahi.
Wait, what?
Jerked mahi sandwich. Jamaican. Shut up.
Wait.
Jerk.
Okay, no. I want to read it. I will search this up.
Good job, Universal. Good job.
Travis, I gotta go for a second.
Okay.
We have broken him, and
He is
by the way-
broken, and he must be deleted.
holy
Sorry.
shit, that actually is a real fish.
Obsolete. Delete.
That is a real fish.
Mahi mahi is a real fish, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Universal. How do you pronounce it?
Jerk,
Mahi mahi.
jerk, jerk, seasoned mahi mahi, cucumber, basil, slaw, lettuce, tomato, and sriracha mayo on a coconut bread served with vegetables.
Oh my God.
That's actually really good. Coconut crusted
Universal.
fried chicken with a bonito mash and sweet plantains, and then of course the ever favorite chicken fingers with French fries.
Did you talk about the quad chicken sandwich?
Yes.
Okay. And then there's, of course, the Hawaiian pizza, the cheese pizza, the pepperoni pizza,
Ooh.
and the veggie pizza.
The Hawaiian pizza sounds pretty good.
Of course, there's gonna be a Hawaiian pizza in a freaking park about Hawaii.
No, it's about Polynesian and multiple other islands.
Oh, I'm sorry, but whenever people say Polynesia, they're like, "Oh, so you mean Hawaii?"
Yeah, God help us if that's the case.
Everyone thought that freaking Moana was based off of Hawaii, and I said no, it's based off of American Samoa back in like the early days with the whole voodoo stuff. So F off. Anyway,
F off the F off.
my bad. That was me. In the sides category, you have black bean soup, fries, vegetable chips, sweet plantains, coconut rice, white rice, and bonito mash. In desserts, you have chocolate or vanilla milkshakes, pineapple upside down cake, chocolate lava cake. I wonder if it looks like that atrocious mountain you made, or a guava tapioca pudding. In the grab and go menu, you have island
Chicken salad with diced chicken, apples, grapes, and almonds tossed in a creamy coconut dressing. Tropical fruit salad with watermelon, papaya, mango, pineapple, honeydew, cantaloupe, strawberry, and kiwi. Tropical baby greens with shaved carrot, hard palm, diced mango, grape tomatoes, cucumbers, tofu, black beans, and toasted almonds with soy garlic vinaigrette with arugula. And then there's arugula salad with fresh watermelon, feta, and shaved red onion with basic balsamic vinaigrette. With Cobb salad, a Caesar salad, a turkey sandwich, a veggie wrap, and sushi packs of California roll or a veggie roll.
Cool.
That would steal your fun.
Awesome. So I'm going to go on to talk about if it pops up. Where did it go? Cool. Let's talk about Waka Wai Eats.
Waka Waka.
They have a Hawaiian pizza. They have an island barbecue chicken pizza. They have cheese pizza, pepperoni pizza, vegetable pizza. They also have a foot-long hot dog served with chips, and a pretzel dog, which is a foot-long hot dog, pineapple salsa on a bacon and a toasted pretzel bun served with chips. And they have specialty mac and cheese with white cheddar sauce. Yum! And a classic mac and cheese. Also, they have a kids menu with peanut butter and jelly served with carrot sticks and applesauce. Hot dog served with carrot sticks and applesauce. Mac and cheese served with carrot sticks and applesauce. I wonder what kids aren't going to eat. The carrots and the applesauce. They also have ices and a brookie, a brownie cookie. And then they also have the island chicken salad, the tropical fruit salad, the tropical baby greens, Cobb salad, Caesar salad, hummus and carrot sticks, and a protein box. I want to know what's in that.
Is it just carrots and applesauce?
I have no clue. Let's go to, oh, by the way, Wave Village, which has the Kohala Reef Restaurant and Social Club, trademark, also has Kanuku Boat Bar, which has frozen drinks, specialty cocktails, fountain sodas, and draft beers, are just some of the thirst quenchers and on offer at this permanently beached outrigger canoe. The flying, I can't speak today, flying the sails of a Chinese junk rig. This landlocked bar is named for the mythical fish that guided the Waturi Islanders to Volcano Bay, trademarked.
That kind of reminds me of a little bit of Moana's plot. Am I wrong?
I know. Let's talk about Bamboo. Bamboo is going to have a cheeseburger on a King's Hawaiian roll served with french fries. A Rekka burger. You got Rekka, son. Anyway, has pepper jack cheese, bacon, caramelized onions, topped with pickles, barbecue sauce on a King's Hawaiian roll. Bamboo burger, which is a double cheeseburger, fresh slaw, fresh onion crisp, and avocado mayo on a King's Hawaiian roll served with fries. Chicken sandwich, marinated chicken breast, applewood smoked bacon, shredded lettuce on an avocado with avocado mayo on a coconut bread served with fries. Quinoa edamame burger topped with roasted shiitake mushrooms, lettuce, tomatoes, sriracha mayo served with fries. Chicken tenders with french fries and pretzel dog, which was the same as before. Then they have a hot dog and a hamburger for kids. Desserts, they have chocolate vanilla milkshakes, pineapple upside down cake, and a macadamia nut cookie. And your grab-and-go selections are an island chicken salad, tropical fruit salad, Cobb salad, and a Caesar salad. Let's talk about the Feasting Frog, if it'll load. Load. Thank you.
Feeler.
This is the one that I will eat at every single time because it sounds really good. They have a carne asada taco, which is 2 grilled skirt steak tacos, guacamole, cilantro, and diced onion served with plantain chips and salsa. Then they have a pulled chicken mole taco, which is 2 tacos, queso fresco, cilantro, and diced onion served with plantain chips and salsa. Then they have a chipotle firecracker shrimp taco, which is 2 tender shrimp tacos and pineapple salsa, topped with jamaica slaw, sure, served with plantain chips and salsa. Then they have a taco sampler, which is a trio of 3 signature tacos served with plantain chips. Then they have the poke bowl, which is ahi tuna, tossed soy honey vinaigrette with plantain chips. And they have sides of plantain chips and guacamole. Then they also have the Dancing Dragons Boat Bar, which is relaxed in the shade of the school canteen shaped like an outrigger. Oh my gosh, it sounds like the other place that I just mentioned. With the colorful repainting sails of a Chinese junk ship. Wait, what? Didn't I just say that?
Maybe they just got a little bit too tired of writing things down.
Yeah. Literally, okay, so this is the first one. The first one is based off of the fish that brought the islanders to Volcano Bay. The other one is called the Dancing Dragon Boat Bar, which says, relax in the shade of this cool canteen shaped like an outrigger canoe with the colorful repainting of the sails of a Chinese junk ship. It's slight, delightful place to unwind, the tropical cocktails, frozen drinks, with digging your toes in the sand.
That doesn't sound the same, though. It sounds like a little bit different yet.
There's one thing we do not know.
What?
And that is tickets.
Yeah, in terms of the marketing on that, that's really sucked, and no one really knows.
Watch it be $200 to go.
It's not going to be that.
I would laugh.
You want to take a bet?
No, because I know how much it's going to be.
I'd be interested to hear it.
Oh, I'll tell you later.
Besides that, though, is there really anything else that you'd want to vend on?
No.
And would that conclude tonight's episode?
Yeah, I think it does. Hey, where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at
WWE or at Roman Reigns WWE, right?
Fuck off. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at HHNDog, DAWG, HHNDog. I have a YouTube channel. If you're a fan of Halloween Horror Nights, I have a bunch of Halloween Horror Nights content on my channel. Make sure to check that out, youtube.com/HHNDog. Again, DAWG. If you don't know how to spell that way, forget you then. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in the in the next episode, and I will see you in the doghouse.
Okay, Will, go.
Well, I just went.
I mean, not Will. Sorry, Alex, go.
You can find me here on YouTube at Alex Show Productions, here on Twitter at Alex Show Alex Show PROD, on Mino at Alex Show Productions, and this Saturday, join me on a brand new episode of Theme Park Talk with The Mouse Knows Best.
Cool.
And Travis.
And me. You can find me on Twitter at Travis Coaster. Vlogs are being posted. I've already posted one. I'm probably posting one tonight, and then I'll post another one tomorrow. I'll just keep posting the vlogs from Orlando, and then once they're done, I will start daily vlogging again. This really gives me a chance to just take a freaking break. Because daily vlogging, oh my god, it's such a chore. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the doghouse.
Yeah. Easy.
Peace out,
You're not
mofos.
trademarked, son. You ain't trademarked.
I am, and suck it.
You're not trademarked.
Did Alex just say, I'm gonna say something to you when we go off air?
Okay. Well, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all later. Bye.
So,
Hold on.